Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new chapter within the Skylanders franchise Ignitor SoloRun. A chapter which hopefully doesn't end as tragically as the previous one did with Skylanders Giants, where unfortunately we lost that portion of the SoloRun. That's right, all three of Ignitor's lives were lost, mostly to arena battles, so this time around we're definitely going to be more cautious with his lives. And the rules are the same as for Norm. I have to solo shot an entire level, even if one version of Ignitor dies in that level I have to restart it. I can't just continue from that point of the level with a different version of Ignitor. And then I have 3 lives, so I have, 3 chances to of course be defeated in battle, and after those 3 chances are up, I fail the run. Like I did with Giants, I can't emphasize this enough. Anyway, we're quickly going to go into options and just adjust the audio mixing. So let's pop these way down to about 5 and 4s should do it. Well, then cutscenes could be a little bit louder, so there we are. And now let's head into story mode, where as you can see I have completely new save files, so that then we can't cheat and take advantage of accolades that any Skylander other than Ignitor can earn, because there are accolades in this game which of course, well, they come about from acquiring certain characters within your collection, characters that aren't Ignitor, and so taking advantage of those would technically be cheating. Now we are going to play out the cutscenes as per the norm, but yes, the problem with that is of course the fact that accolades give you stars towards your Portal Master rank, and so naturally if we acquire a high Portal Master rank based on our collection rather than based on Ignitor's solo efforts, then all of a sudden the game becomes a whole hell of a lot easier, because the higher your Portal Master rank, the more legendary treasure pedestals you can access and the more charms you can buy from Tuck's Emporium. So naturally I want to earn those stars organically via bonus mission maps, arenas, all of that fun stuff which Ignitor shall be solo shotting. Anyway, here comes the Swap Force, all of which we shall not be worrying about, because instead we're going to have Ignitor to solo shot the entire game with. Doesn't mean this cutscene is any less glorious, but again, hopefully my audio mixing is bearable now. That's what I adjusted the options for. Yeah, my audio mixing isn't going to be as easy this time around because I'm using the PS4 and capturing my screen instead. What's going to be happening is that rather than have an external mic like I did with Spyro's Adventure and Giants runs, instead the mic is going to be automatically captured alongside the gameplay, so naturally it's just going to be one soundbar rather than 2, so I can't adjust the 2 levels of either my voice or the game volume. No, not Servants of the Darkness. But yes, as I said on the very last episode of the Giant Solo Run chapter of this series, ironically, I shall be returning to that game after all other games have been attempted. You know, that's when we will initiate the Giants rerun. And hopefully I don't have to do the same for this. Hopefully this I one-shot and get it out of here. Like I did with Spyro's Adventure, fortunately enough, when I got the solo shot on the Chaos boss fight for third and final time around. Other than that, it was an almost perfect run. Oh wow, look at that swap right there. It's almost like the Swap Force characters can, you know, change around their tops and bottom halves. Wait a minute, that's exactly what they can do. That's the gimmick. Who would have known that in a game called Swap Force, for swapping forces were what the gimmick was? Who could have seen that coming, right? Well, that is convenient. I have all 16 of them, but I can't be using them. Not in the Ignitor SoloRun right now. Ooh, I like great adventures. I'm beholden. You hear me beholden? She's not even looking at the right side of the leaflet there, or whatever it's supposed to be. Anyway, I hope you didn't like all of the NPCs we saw in Giants, because Flynn right here, he's the only one who's going to be in the game dominantly, mind you. That is a pretty nifty hat.
Hello, Callie. You miss me already?
Actually, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but
Flynn, no! She was about to confess her undying love for you. Why would you do that to yourself, you fool? Because yes, Callie is 100% complete and totally in love with Flynn. She can't help it. Sometimes these feelings just overwhelm a person.
Must be hearing things. For a second there, it sounded like a giant chicken.
I honestly think Whiskers should have been a Skylander. You know, Tessa's asking around for Skylanders. You're clearly sitting on one. Like, Whiskers looks like quite a beast.
Oh no.
Let's be honest. You know, definitely looks like Whiskers can do some damage. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this half an hour debut of the Swap Force portion for SoloRun with, you know, the first 10 minutes or so being nothing but the cutscenes.
Okay, danger wins. Which way are we going?
Into the volcano. We can lose them in there.
Gotta be honest, not what I was thinking.
It's alright. I know the way. Trust me.
Okay, so just some mysterious stranger who seems pretty crazy and is being chased by some sort of evil forces asks you to fly into a volcano and you do it. What's the next, Flinny? You're gonna jump over a cliff? Not a good plan. Oh, and there it goes. Yeah, that would not be what I'd call good piloting skills. That's not what Flinn's renowned for, though, is it? His piloting skills, that is, I should be saying, lack thereof. Fox girl, you would dare insult my Tessa. Ooh, you're in for it now, Flynn. You're going to have to deal with Legendary Igniter at the top of the portal right now, who has been reset. So throughout the entirety of this game, we need to level him up and upgrade him is what we need to be doing. Anyway, here we go. Of course they're in for quite a show. This is Legendary Igniter you were talking about. Hey, you can't go much wrong with this guy. Now luckily for me, fire appears fairly often in this game. Mostly because Blast Zone is a starter pack style in this game, so they really want to promote you using those starter pack elements, like Blast Zone himself. This can't be destroyed, it just kind of vanished away as I do my good old dash dance. Oh, I don't really love, well, it's not really much of a dash dance, not like in the Super Smash Bros. Tradition. It's more so just the circle dance, I guess. But still, it's pretty cool the same, especially when you start bringing some slashes into it. Anyway, I should probably focus on the champions now, before I wind up losing the light in the very first level. Now that would be both hilarious and awful at the same time. Luckily for me, because Swap Force has longer levels, they tend to cram them more full with combat, this first level especially, so we should level up fairly quickly. I mean, look at me, I'm already at level 2 of Legendary Igniter right here, plus it helps the story scroll easily found in this level. Also gives you experience, unlike they did in the first 2 games, it, you know, definitely increases your motivation to grab them. Even though most of the time I just grab them for the sake of adding to the story and the lore of the world of Skylanders. After all, this is a story-driven series. I cannot emphasize this enough. Oh, big boy explosion, big boom. Now let's take out some fools. Boom, we love to see it. The old 1-2 combo. Nice and traditional. Boom! Wait for it. Boom! Oh man, that was a lot of damage. I just looked at those guys and they just kind of collapsed from raw intimidation, I suppose. And could you blame them? I mean, to be frank, Ignite here is terrifying. I would not want to go against an enchanted suit of armor with a fire spirit inside it and a sword that's also literally on fire. That is just way too many fires for my liking. Anyway, here we go with music, cutscenes, gameplay, audio, which hopefully can be heard as well as my voice at a good mixed up level. Flynn, that's a coconut. Well, okay then, I hope you enjoyed the first 10 minutes of this debut right here. Came, of course, 2 weeks after the Giants SoloRun ended. As I always do, I took a break in between for a week.
Good thing I'm the best pilot in all Skylands.
Yes, the best pilot in all of Skylanders. You can quote him on that, quote unquote. Oh wow, look at that guy. He's even got a little bit of a sparkle in his mouth right there.
Tessa. I'm Tessa.
Hey, she's Tessa, what do you know?
So, what's the big problemo, Tessa?
My village was attacked right before the volcano celebration. It's not far. Come on, I'll show you.
Yeah, she's pretty frantic, but that's what we all love Tessa for, her great personality. And I never thought Flynn could possibly have been strong enough to hold Tessa back. Like, seriously, Tessa looks far more capable at just about everything, especially strength. She'll be pulling him with ease. Or better yet, get behind him and push the fella, or just knock him out and drag him. Either way, I'm sure Tessa can overpower Flynn. This is Flynn we're talking about here. As I was alluding to earlier, he's not the most capable person, so I do not believe in the slightest that Flynn was able to hold Tessa back. I do not believe that at all.
Those Greebles that attacked us are still there, causing all sorts of problems. We really need your help.
I love how expressive these NPCs are, like during their dialogue segments too. Like, sure, they are just repeat animations, but they're a lot more expressive animations than what we've seen in the Skylanders in the past.
I'll have it towed back to town. You go on ahead, Skylander. Just
Yeah, that's a plan, Tessa. We got this. Just follow the path. Tessa, mate, did you like forget the memo about how long levels in this game are going to be? Because this is longer than just a singular path, to say the least. Anyway, let's use the jump button. Technically, you don't even need to jump there. If you use Chef's bottom half, you can actually teleport right over that, because it not only does the shift bottom half give you some sort of like vertical movement, but it also gives you some horizontal movement too. Anyway, when I was saying earlier about fire element, environmental areas a lot in this game, this right here is what I meant even, so yeah. But with that being said, you know, all you need to do to activate Shift's teleport is to, well, use the teleport button for secondary attack rather than go through and actually use the jump button. Hence why it makes it easier to get through this game with minimal jumps. Of course, you still need to jump. That is quite self-explanatory and obvious. But outside of that, yeah, you can decrease your number of jumps significantly using that teleport move of Night Shift. Especially when you just have like a gap, and then on the other side of that gap is just a platform at the same elevation. That's when you can also use Shift's teleport to get over it rather than jump in. Of course, though, Night Shift. Of course, Ignitor is no Night Shift, so he can't quite teleport that way. No, not the battle gates. Anything but the battle gates. Oh wow, they sure chose convenient time to show up, didn't they? That's my plan here. You know, disembodied Eon voice thingamabob. Oh, there's a level up. We like those. We like those a lot. Boom. Yeah, these guys, they're all going down, the fools, is what they're doing. Bye-bye! Foul has been vanquished indeed. It certainly is great to actually hear the game for once whilst I'm playing, because this time it's not going to echo my mic, unlike it would have done if I had the volume on First Price Monthly Giant. So here we go with one of the 3 treasure chests. We definitely need that in order to gain some treasure for Legendary Guider's upgrades right now. So for the fact, we can actually skip over Tessa's cutscene right here by making that jump. That's good for speeding, because that cutscene is unskippable, I believe. Anyway, here we go with a Greeble Screwball. Yeah, Tessa just wanted to deliver some exposition about the poor creatures being trapped. But how the heck Tessa got there before us, I don't know. What kind of shortcuts has she taken? I want to know. I want to shortcut these levels. I want to take shortcuts. It's not fair for Tessa to do something that I can't do. It's no fair at all. Anyway, there's another piece of Flynn's mission ship. We want to make sure we get all of these pieces of Flynn's mission ships, because that will give us more stars. And as I said earlier, we want to earn as many stars as possible in order to increase our Portal Master rank and ultimately get more legendary pedestals and availability to us, as well as grant ourselves the ability to buy more charms from Cook's Emporium. Overall, those buffs will definitely come in handy. You are saved, so you're welcome for showing up, I guess. But unfortunately, most of the legendary treasures you find throughout the game are in elemental gates and swap zones, most of which Ignitor cannot access. He cannot access any dual elemental gates, even if one half is fire. He can only access the singular fire gate, and that's it. There's one in Winter's Keep, there's one in Cascade Blade, which is going to be pretty soon in the series. You know, most of our stars are going to be relying on the arenas and the bonus mission maps. Whichever bonus mission maps it is that we can collect, that is. Anyway, let's grab this key right here. Sweet, love to see it. And of course, we will also be tackling Time Town and Shipwreck Islands. After all, you know, I do want to solo shot every single Skylanders level with Ignitor at some point throughout the series, and that would include those levels I was alluding to.
The legends say these magical gates only open for Skylanders that match the element symbol.
Well, it sure is inconvenient that Ignitor is no life Skylander then. And you know, he's also full fire, not half fire, half water. Not quite how being an Ignitor works, I'm afraid, even as I continue to stutter apparently. Is that right, Mr. Yappy? Is that right? Is it? Boy, Mr. Yappy sure does yap a lot. Anyway, let's be grabbing all this treasure right here. We will at least be taking advantage of all the treasure I can find. you know, upgrades. I can't emphasize this enough. So let's be destroying this wall, mostly for looking at me funny. And oh no, now I'm no longer getting fire elemental buff. Isn't that unfortunate?
You're pretty strong, Skylander.
Anyway, let's push these crates out of the way. Yeah, that's the way we like to see them, baby. Now, normally I wouldn't gather soul gems, but I think if we gather up enough soul gems, we can actually earn accolades. And so, you know, I'm gonna do that to start earning accolade stars. So here we have Popthorn. We shall not be previewing him though. You know, soul gems is just about the only thing that we have no need to preview, but everything else, you know, story scrolls we'll read, cutscenes we'll sit through, for example. Anyway, let's be striking down all of these. Here comes some chompies, but we're gonna first things first grab Flynn's missing stuff over here. We love to see it, baby. Okay, let's grab that too while we're at it. Boom, destroy that. Yeah, okay. Let's take down these fools then. Bye bye. Yeah. Okay, there goes their things, all nice and destroyed. Boom, baby! That guy's all destroyed too. We love to see it. Boom! Okay, sweet. That has been vanquished indeed. Anyway, this experience should level us up. It did indeed. We love to see it. And now, without further ado, let's be seeing what the scroll has to say.
Said that the eruption of Mount Cloudbreak is one of the most spectacular displays.
I thought Diggs was supposed to be blind. How is he supposed to, you know, see it and see how spectacular it is? If he's theorizing that, then that means he was never blind in the first place. I'm on to you, Diggs. Nobody likes you. I mean that quite literally, nobody likes Diggs, despite my sarcastic comments in the Skylanders SoloRun. But yeah, you know, this game is happy to reference NPCs of the past, but they aren't happy to actually, you know, bring them back. Oh, is that right? Is it Mr. Eon? Is that right? I accidentally said Mr. rather than Master. Mr. Master, they're basically the same thing. Please don't tell Master Eon I said that. Anyway, let's be grabbing all of this gold, glorious gold. Yeah, all those things can consider themselves destroyed.
There you are, Skylander.
Yes, here I am. Congratulations for seeing me. Hello. Anyway, let's get ourselves out of here. Mashing that circle button. I'll be mashing that circle button. A mash, and I just realized how cool Igniter's grinding animation is. Have I never gone through this section as Igniter? Have I ever been through any grinding section as Igniter? I don't know, because normally I play Locks in this game, and normally with Locks, of course, I need to swap out for corresponding elements, so I'm normally going over that grinding section with things like characters of the Earth element, so no wonder why I never actually saw Igniter's grinding animation until now. I don't normally play as Igniter going through these sections, this is a problemo. Anyway, we have ourselves a Chompy Pod. Yes, game, that's exactly what I just said. Anyway, can we jump down this way? Yes, we can. That's a bit of a shortcut right there. Earth element still, to no one's surprise. Anyway, let's destroy these things. Can we pull off a bit of a cheat here? Can we just jump to that? Oh, we were so close, but unfortunately close and quite good, so we are going to have to push these blocks into a fine, correct position. So let's be pushing this guy out of the way. So we can head all the way over here to Magna Charge's Soul Gem of all things. If this was Soul Seekers, I'd be doing very well thus far. Well, Soul Seekers for Swap Force might have already gone live by the time that this series starts. Actually, no, that's a total lie. The series will have started in September, so maybe the first few episodes would have gone live. I definitely wouldn't have finished the series so far. I don't think so anyway. Oh, for joys of talking about things in the future and how it's definitely going to date this episode. This episode is officially dated, and you can bet that's going to be the title. Okay, here, let's get some stuff then. Flynn's missing stuff, alright. I said stuff, and that's literally what it is. It's missing stuff. Belonging to one Flynn, the best pilot in the Skylands. But yeah, that wasn't a fact, that was just a quote. I'm quoting Flynn on that one. I know how incompetent Flynn truly is. Anyway, let's be heading out this door right now for Old Treetop Terrace. I love the fact that that references the level from Spyro's Adventure. And yes, I totally knew about that before now. Hence the surprise. I was only acting surprised. I knew that. I didn't actually know that. So I find it really cool that they referenced Treetop Terrace from Spyro's Adventure once again, as this was the old Treetop Terrace. But I assume in Spyro's Adventure we played the new Treetop Terrace. Anyway, let's be grabbing all this treasure once again. And what's unfortunate is that Winged Sapphires, which are really useful for giving us, of course, discounts on Twix Emporium and on upgrades, unfortunately, you can't quite, you know, get it in this level because it's locked behind an air elemental gate, an element which I currently do not possess, unfortunately, being that I only am playing as Ignitor. We'll circle around and grab that treasure again at a later date. For now, we're just going to push some blocks into place. Oh yeah, we love to see it all, right? So let's push that too. Yeah, we even get the satisfactory "you solved this puzzle" sound effect that, you know, it wasn't really much of a puzzle now, was it? So let's be destroying those, grabbing this gold down here, very cool. Anyway, then let's head in here, I guess. See what we can find. There's a giant's chest up there, which unfortunately we also can't get access to with Ignitor not being a giant or anything, even though Ignitor would have made an epic giant. Just a massive suit of armor and a fire spirit inside of it with a sword like this. Imagine how dope that would have been. Anyway, we still do need to watch out for, at the very least, these guys, you know, shots. We don't want to get hit by those, especially in hard difficulty. It would be a big ouch is what it would be. Ouch. Told you so. And that, my friends, is why we should have tried to avoid it. Unfortunately, though, I failed. Okay, there we go, but he is defeated, so we got our revenge in the end. So let's be heading back here and continuing to jump some more. Man, this part of the level really took advantage of the fact that you now have a jump button. So let's be trying all that. Let's be taking this fool out. Sweet. I just realised that, you know, there might be a giant chest in here, but it's also a regular treasure chest, so this section of the level is just really good for treasure chests apparently, as I proceed to get hit in the face again. I really got to be careful before I lose my first life for the first level. Yeah, let's be grabbing all that treasure then. Let's be heading over here to absolutely annihilate this fool. You had it coming, and then let's be opening up the chest. That does what we're doing. Sweet, treasure chests have indeed been found, all of them. Don't get used to me finding all of the objectives in all levels though, as I said earlier, because there's 3 swap zones per level and 3 elemental gates per level. Most collectibles will not be possible for me to find, including those of the most useful ones, like legendary treasures, for example. Let's be putting that into place then, and gathering up Flynn's last piece of the missing stuff from his ship, mind you. Anyway, that treasure I mentioned we'd circle around to earlier, this right here is what I meant, so let's be grabbing it. Anyway, I look forward to Trap Team when I can actually attack whilst I'm in midair, but as you can see right now, I'm pressing the attack button, no attacks whilst I'm in midair. The only Skylander that can actually attack in midair in this game is Starstrike. And then, you know, if they followed her trend in Trap Team, they made every character possible to attack whilst in midair, mind you. In fact, some Trap Masters even had that as part of their upgrade chambers. Like Snapshot Soul Gem is literally his jumping attack being upgraded, for example. A Shard Act to follow. Anyway, I'm sure this guy without further ado. Boom! Foul has indeed been vanquished. I will do, but first things first, I got to destroy this innocent cutlery that did nothing wrong with, just say, pottery, and then I'll let you down. You know, treasure comes first. Saving lives, pfft, who cares about that, right? So let's be destroying that right there. Very cool, very sweet. Let's be heading in here. Also very cool, very sweet. Okay, watch out for glass as always. Take down that fool. Yes, we love to see it, baby. Yeah, it was a pretty well earned reward, wasn't it there, Ignitor? So let's be jumping over here, destroying some more stuff whilst we're at it. Very cool. Boy, I love destroying stuff. Anyway, let's head back out and finally unlock this gate right in front of us and grab ourselves a banana too. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah, good old bananas. Let's be striking that down too. Hey, we already reaching a stronghold. This guy is great with his one-liners. He's just great with everything, period, end of story. This is Ignitor we're talking about here. You can't go much wrong with him at all. Okay, there goes that fool. Sweet. And then let's be destroying all these pieces of treasure too. And then, you know, taking the fight to this guy up here. Boom! Big mistake. So let's be grinding once more with this awesome grinding animation, just like everything else about Ignitor. It's awesome. Yeah, let's not leave any treasure behind too whilst we're at it. Love to see it, baby. There we are. Boom! All of that experience right there. Oh, yeah. Oh wow, that was very convenient explanation of Mr. Eon. Darn it, I said it again. Anyway, we're going to be ending off the episode after we defeat these chompies. Oh, and wow, look at those chompies having been defeated off with ease magic. So it looks like the episode is ending here, yeah? Now, with that all being said and done, this video is coming to an end, but before that happens, I first want to thank all my Blazing Knights and Scorching Dragons whose support allow me to continue pumping out quality videos like this one. Without them, this all wouldn't be possible. Therefore, I genuinely appreciate every last one of you from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoyed this video, I have others you can watch by clicking on screen now, and you can even subscribe by pressing the button on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one, but until that moment arises, peace!